Hey everyone, Telios here. This will be a Phase 4 mid-combat mission. I'll be using my Sith team, in which I have mods linked in prior videos. So that'll be Treya, Darth Nihilus, Darth Sion, Malik, and Sith Marauder. So the opening of this is going to be really, really difficult. If I can survive the opener, which if they've got Darth Malik, then I should be able to survive the opener. So I'm going to try to use the B2 rocket droid here. Oh, good, he appeared. So I've used this in 2 other combats so far, and he didn't appear. So not sure what's going on with that. It appears to be very buggy at the moment. So I'm going to take out Clone Sarge, but I'm going to isolate the medic so that medic can't do anything. Drain, and this is just going to be a really, really slow fight. So these guys have a ton of health, a ton of defense, a ton of tenacity, and this is just going to take quite a while to basically just get through, to just get through all of the stats that they have. So we got medic isolated. Jedi Vanguard kills himself basically by retaliating, which is great because he has a lot of health just in general. So getting him pretty low. I'm just going to go ahead and take him out actually before even going after the sharpshooter. I want to remind everybody that's watching this video that when you have a character with defense down, the sharpshooter, when he can apply the triple expose, yeah, so right here where the target already has armor shred, he applies 3 exposes. Those expose go through characters that resist it. So if he does that on Malik, my Malik is going to take 60% damage. I've confirmed this in prior videos. So you have to be really careful with sharpshooter. I actually got really lucky, and he targeted the Scion with his defense down buff there. So I am not going to use Drain from Nihilus. I want that on. I want that available as to use right off the bat in the next fight. So this is basically going to be punching them down here. So I did make a little bit of a mistake because I probably should have used Drain Life from Malik, but having that available at the beginning of the next fight is going to be very useful. Again, I've talked about this before, but you really want to stack his offense as early in the fight as you possibly can. Otherwise, you end up with problems, not with him not being able to do enough damage to regenerate his own life. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna isolate one of the clone sarges here. That way, it can't buff itself or receive turn meter from another clone. So we know that the clone sergeants do a ton of damage. We're actually going to attack this clone trooper. That way, every time that he, yeah, when he retaliates, he takes just a ton of damage. That's actually an easier way to kill them, really, than any other way that I can think of at the moment. So anytime they get retaliated against Treya, they kind of, they really hurt themselves quite a bit. Well, that was not good. I have 2 tanks on this team, Darth Sion and Malik, and neither one of them were taunting. So, yeah, you can kind of see how this can go from you look like you're doing fine to, oh, they just did, 150% of your total health pool in like 2 shots. So this just kind of requires like a decent strategy and decent luck. Luckily, Malik alone is going to be able to do huge amounts of work. We only got 4 out of 6 on the platoons for this, and I have 4 out of 6 on the platoons. If I'm being honest, is just not good enough because the AOE that comes out of these characters, the AOE that comes out from only having 4 6 platoons is really insane. It just does a huge amount of damage to the whole team. So you kind of have to realize, yeah, look at that. Sharpshooter just one shot an entire yeah. So remember that I said those exposes go through characters that resist. So Crew, Kylo Ren, Darth Malik, those exposes go through their percent base damage, which I don't understand how it could be coded that way, as the character itself resists percent damage. And so this team is only going to get 2 of 4. There's absolutely no way having 2 characters down that I'm going to be able to complete this wave. So I'm going to try to add some protection to Malik, but it's really not going to matter. These guys are just going to blast. So like I have no way to debuff the clone Sarges. I have no way to get through any character that's going to taunt right now. Well, I guess that does work. But yeah, look at the damage coming out from the clones here. So there you go. That's 2-4.